Hello Internet, and welcome to my commute. Today, the 2016 Kawasaki Versys 650. Oh, what a hot rod. I know, I bet you guys can hardly wait. I can hardly wait. This one, you'll notice, is loaded. Color match saddlebags, aftermarket top box. It's even got a center stand, which they should all have. Okay. Go gadget versatile system. Problem number one. Haven't even gotten to the end of the driveway yet. The center stand doesn't return all the way. Can you see that? You gotta futz with the kickstand to get it to work. Kind of annoying. But so good that there's a center stand. Wait for the baby to cross the road. Don't hit the baby. As a spoiler alert, we're going to end up talking quite a bit this morning about why the Kawasaki Versys 650 is one of the best bikes in the world, which might seem a little bit strange considering on the surface it's pretty boring. Just like an ADV styled cheap bike that's sort of a sport tour and kind of middle of the road, doesn't do anything particularly interesting. But whatever Kawasaki did, they basically took a Ninja 650 and they made it taller and gave it different bodywork and different handlebars and different subframe and all that stuff. There's some magic in there. Something happened because this bike is really tremendous. What else? What else do you need other than easy to ride and fun to ride? I think basically what Kawasaki did was they looked at all the success that bikes like BMW's R1200 GS have, or big ADV bikes like that where you sit upright but it's basically a street bike, Ducati Multistrada, and they said, well, why don't we just apply that to a more reasonably priced platform, because there really isn't a whole lot out there. There certainly wasn't in 2008 when the Versys came out, and they basically hit the nail right on the head. I mean, this is exactly what the Kawasaki Versys 650 is. It's an ADV bike for the street that's reasonably priced. It's less than $9,000 for this whole shebang with color match saddlebags. The center stand does not come included, I should say, nor does the gear shift indicator. We got right her, or the power outlet. We got right her. Those things do not come standard, but I mean, you can afford it. It's really not that much money for a brand new motorcycle. $8,900. It's a real steal. I feel like it'd be easy for you to be thinking, there's no way that thing's anything like a Ducati Multistrada. And yeah, you're pretty much right, I guess. It's not like it reminds me of a Multistrada, but the seating position, 17-inch wheels, the handle's nice and light. Also, I will say, I was at a stoplight one time on a Versys 650, and some guy asked if it was a Multistrada. That guy obviously doesn't know a whole lot about motorcycles if he thought this was a Multistrada, but even still, I bet if a Kawasaki engineer learned that it was mistaken for a Multistrada, be pretty happy. Also, my coworker was riding one time, and someone asked if it was the new KTM adventure bike. So, I don't know. Stupid people or good design work at Kawasaki? Maybe a little bit of both? That's what I say. What always knocks me out about the Versys 650 is how much better it is than a Ninja 650. I can never quite get over that. That guy's trying to kill me. I just don't like the Ninja 650. I guess it looks pretty good, but that's not even the point. Like, the way that it rides is weird. The throttle response is really abrupt, and the foot pegs are really high, and the seat's kind of low, and it's just weird. It's not a very good bike. I just don't like it. And I never expected to like the Versys 650 so much, just because they're somewhat related. Don't judge a book by its cover. It's the moral of that story, I guess. Mama was right. This current 2016 Versys benefits from being on a good platform, as in it was a good idea and they did a good job executing it, but also benefits from some evolution, which most bikes, even when they're really good, the first version isn't necessarily right on the money. And this 2016 model is much smoother than the old bikes, thanks to some crafty engine mounts. Fucking Marriott shuttle driving aggro. I don't know, sorry. That guy's lost. And you know what? I am too. I know where I'm going, but I don't really know where he's going. That guy on the other side of the intersection there is riding a CTX 700, which is, another option that you could do. But man, is the Versys 650 a better bike than the CTX. Holy crap. I don't even know where to start. I don't even have time to go into all the reasons it's better. Just trust me. Today's commute will be interrupted briefly because I have to go to my doctor's office. But we'll pick this up shortly. Promise. Okay. Doctor's appointment's over. Doctor says my shoulder's garbage, never be the same. Not as young as I once was. 32 years old, still dragging these rickety bones around the planet. Anyway, back to this sweet Kawasaki Versys. Where was I? I do love the engine on this motorcycle, which is kind of saying something. But some engines are really easy to love. Probably a V4 or crossplane R1 motor, really easy to love. A parallel twin, not very easy to love. But this Versys, this motor's good. I mean, it doesn't sound cool, but it works well. And it's all you really want with this bike. It's sort of functionality is like paramount. Look at this. Look at it carve this corner. Just crushing this on-ramp. No input in the bars, really light steering. Weather protection on the highway is damn good too, damn good. I'm 6'2". The wind kind of comes off the windscreen right here, hits you right at the top of the helmet. But if you were smaller and you were sitting, say, here, it's flipping dead quiet. It's perfect. It's awesome. But I've been cursed with this gangly torso, so I sit up a little bit higher, and it's kind of noisy, but it's still largely perfect. One of the other great benefits about sitting upright like this is you just feel like you're so in command. There's no weight on your hands. You can carve through corners with no bar input, basically. It's awesome. The bike's light. It's so easy to use. It's just adorable. It's like that little puppy or kitten that you just want to hold. Just want to ride a Versys. It's not manly. It doesn't say anything about your status. It's not particularly cool, if we're honest. But as a motorcycle, as a machine, it's just excellent. It doesn't really have any flaws. Son of a... This is classic problem. Motorcycle didn't trigger the light. I'm in the left-hand lane with my left blinker on, and the light went green, but it didn't go green to turn left because the motorcycle's not triggering the light. I'm over the little sensor. Come on, man. Let my people pass. Which is another really nifty thing about the Versys 650. Versys 1000 has this too, but check this out. Just sit in a stoplight, slap that screen down, tighten it down, lower windscreen, boom whammy. Yay, my turn. Only because I have a car behind me. Almost to the office. Time for a quick recap. Kawasaki Versys is not really a cool motorcycle, but I would probably buy one before almost anything else if it was my own money, because it will do anything. I would ride across the country on this motorcycle tomorrow and be perfectly comfortable and happy. I don't know if I would take it to a track day, but I probably would because I'm a psychopath. You can also ride around the city. It's great for that. You can go touring on it. Also, you can show up at your significant other's house and her dad won't be threatened by it. It's sort of like, it's like a scooter. I'm going to be scared of it. Look at that. Versys wheelie? It does wheelies? What doesn't this bike do? Is it sexy? Not really. Is it super fast? Not really. But it's a really good motorcycle. Whew! Real good motorcycle. I really like riding motorcycles. A lot.